Feature Friday.
The freshest. Hey, what up, people? Welcome to Feature Friday Plus. Today is Sunday.
Welcome to the Plus.
Welcome to Plus.
Well, this week we're obviously going to review, as has been really requested, and also it was a great experience. We're gonna review. It's been a long day. EXO's album of "Don't Fight the Feeling."
Yes.
And also Twice's
Alcohol-free comeback.
Alcohol-free comeback.
Yeah.
The album. I don't know if that's actually the name of the album. I think it is. Twice's. It's the name of the album is. We just listened to it.
Can we just have a moment for
Taste of Love.
Taste of Love. In Apple Music, when you download EXO's album, it moves. It has a graphic that moves.
How awesome is that?
It's like locating all the members.
That's brilliant. I can't do that on mine. Obviously, I am on Android. But so
that should tell you something.
Given that we have been doing reviews all these weeks. Next week it's Feature Friday Plus, back to normal schedule. But because there's been so many cool albums and we really wanted to voice our thoughts, we'll check out these albums. Now, we obviously did check out Don't Fight the Feeling, which is EXO's main title track. And then it goes on into Paradise.
Yes.
And I think, if you haven't heard the album, I recommend you bloody do.
One song after the other, just the whole.
Let the album run,
experience.
because they really did do a good job on creating a whole experience.
Yes.
Rather than different experiences for each song, which, I mean, whatever floats your boat. Because sometimes it's good to have each song generate a different atmosphere. Someone that does that really well is Lady Gaga. She does it in her albums really well. Actually, as a matter of fact, she does it in epilogues, doesn't she? Like episodes kind of thing, like stories.
Yeah.
But this whole album in its own, given the fact that it's only an EP and it's 5 songs, it did really capture that feeling of electro pop with hints of R&B, with space, with otherworldly and sounds that sound like they're from sci-fi.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
I think Paradise was a really cool second track. Listening to it as in order, it was a really, really cool second track. Opening up with Kai and Becky, and I think it's like, having a really strong beginning, right? You get Becky is super sweet, is super melodic.
Like, listen to... Go on, sorry, apologies to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Like, listen to this intro, right? I do have to be careful here.
Yeah, but all that busyness that it is...
And then it creates
fantastic.
such an atmosphere from the start. And that's only 10 seconds.
It's literally painting a picture.
Yeah, what do you see when you look at this, right? Like, you look at this, right? Oh, no, you can't see it. There.
Yeah,
it's all in the same world, which is really well done for them.
I really appreciate everything that they do, sound wise, like the atmosphere that they provide.
Production sound well done.
Lyrics are pretty straightforward. I would really recommend you all to digest some of the lyricism as it's playing, because it really adds value to the whole listening experience as it goes. But I think on this whole album, having Dio, Lay, and Baekhyun
Brilliant
together again, as really shining through some of the hottest melodies, it really amplified the whole atmosphere that they were setting with the beat production right from the beginning. Obviously their vocals are mixed to perfection, so it really amped up that whole spacey but very vibrant melody. Also, I think in this whole EP, my favorite thing was listening to Chanyeol and Sehun sing so much. I adore that. I mean, they've got so much, they provide so much space in their vocalizations, but having them as a main vocalist in certain moments of the tracks was such a nice treat.
Well, some of the notes I made just specifically for Paradise were it's obviously a very pop forward track. It's very dancey, very summerish. The best, I think, example of what type of track it is. I timestamped it around here. Yeah, it's this sort of positive
chill pop vibe.
here. So it's a very pop forward track. Yeah. It's very summerish. I think actually has a lot of worldwide potential and value because it's sort of this bumpy, summery, dancey track.
To me, it's that staple getaway track, like this is for a road
Holidays,
trip, holiday type of like get you in the mood to get away. It's
so
really nice.
I think this song specifically just sort of, I don't know, to me it's another example of, it showed me another example of why I think Baekhyun is such an awesome vocalist. It's awesome to see what, because here's my thing, right? I don't like pop, but like I genuinely don't, and I think what EXO, the reason why it seems I'm a fan of EXO is because they keep showing to me, just for some reason,
the diversity of pop.
That you can do pop really well done with musical intricacies, with enjoyment, and all the other values that popular music possesses, like replicability, catchy lyrics, some sentences that you can replicate, nice dancey music, but also having such skillful singers. It really, for music heads or people who like a bit more intricate sounds, it really still satisfies that hunger to know that is there some sort of mastery over some craft here, or is this just a linear production that was made to be a means to an end?
Yeah, I think what's really cool, it was the vocal compositions, like the combination of vocalists that they chose for certain moments in the tracks, especially in Paradise. So you have that first chorus, Dio, Sehun, and Baekhyun just coming in together, and you right there you have three completely different textures, three completely different colors and vocal tonalities that really amplify that pop feel in each in their own version, right? So which is why I find that people like you that don't actually listen to pop, people like us that don't actively listen to pop, find this dynamic enough and catchy enough, entertaining musically enough, because you really get distinct colors and variations of the same melody throughout the whole song.
So then it goes to No Matter, which again I think the best way to describe No Matter is by listening to the first 10 seconds of
it. I mean, it's fantastic.
No Matter is just about the beat, like that bounciness, that type of a
synthetic bass with a super cool busy atmosphere. It's just great. I think the whole listening experience of this
No
EP
Matter is great.
Is just fantastic. Yeah, No Matter is awesome as well. I think, yeah, go for it.
So, don't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
Free. But yeah, I think the beat itself is like the star of this track, because it really carried what the song was trying to convey musically, given the fact that I think this is done on purpose, given the fact that they do have such an international reach and audience that a lot of them obviously are from Korea, but a lot of them are also like us who don't understand Korean, but look into translations and into vibe and cadences and stuff. But I said that I think that the highlight of the track to me is that beat.
I think the production value in this track is outstanding. Not only on the mixing of the vocals itself, but on the actual making of the beat. It has so many details that you can replay this song tons of times and you will discover new sounds hidden just underneath the surface. And it has a really cool drive-through feel of the rhythmicality of the track itself. And I mean, the chorus says it all. The chorus, it's an onomatopoeical like sound, something that anyone can sing along to, and then a catchy phrase in Korean, which by the way doesn't really matter. Like second time it was coming through. I was singing along to it.
Yeah.
It's that catchy, and I think it has to do. And that's the chorus.
It's brilliant.
And that's the chorus. And even if you don't know Korean, like I do, I don't freaking know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to Korean. You're singing along. You're replicating the melody, the sound, the phonetics of the language, and you're hooked. There's no way you can skip through the song. This is like an unskippable song.
They're really good. They really do exemplify
like
to me.
I really see a Dua Lipa kind of the new synthy 80s sound, or a the Weeknd 80s feel with EXO in this aesthetic.
I see that more. Mom, we'll talk about that later in Twice's project, not the Weeknd, because I think the Weeknd's a bit too darkish,
too edgy
for a concert.
Yeah.
If anyone, I think it would suit EXO.
Yes.
But Dua Lipa, I see it suiting Twice, and it wouldn't surprise me if we do get that collaboration at some point. The next song then it's Run Away, which that's I think one of my favorite songs.
I was gonna say that too.
I think this is like a very good EXO. Like this is like my favorite EXO. Even though obviously it doesn't have all the members, so it sounds quite unfair to say like that's my favorite EXO. But what they do.
EXO, yeah.
So just listen to this part here, which again
Atmosphere, 100.
sets the tone of what the song is going to become, and he's always doing it for the first 10 seconds.
Kai, my god.
So it's like some sort of weird mix between really pop and R&B sounds and mixing.
That is exactly what I had in mind too.
Which no wonder Kai opened, because to some extent that's what his EP was.
Yeah.
Right, it was commercial R&B, but to some extent some of the songs were so pop with R&B mix.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
But it was really good.
I mean, I think this is my favorite track because you get the best of both worlds when it comes to vocalizations, rhythmicality, melody, and just freaking vocal display from everybody. Chanyeol, Sehun, everybody, that it just really added so much to the track itself. I loved the chorus. Having that pre-chorus from Baekhyun and Seomin, really nice, because I think Seomin has really nice sweetness to his tonality, even though in this melody part it was lower down on his range. I really liked the sweetness that he naturally provides.
No, yes, he has he's like glitterish in his voice.
It's very bright. Yes, I agree.
It's like a weird highlight he's got in his voice.
And it's very peculiar to him, and I really like that.
Which, what an advantage to have in your group.
Absolutely.
Because it makes everything so unique.
But that's why I like this, because you can really depict colors and pictures and personalities. They come through really, really easily in this whole project.
Yeah.
You can really pick them out.
Well, fair enough. I think one of the things I said is like they showcase what I think make me like them a lot.
All right.
Vocals, R&B, and they sound like someone who did this is very popular. Of course, Justin Bieber has sort of he had this approach to a lot of his sounds, so it's certainly a winning formula. I said it's catchy, it's feel good vibes with high quality vocals and variety, which alludes to what we're just saying. And one of the highlights I said is 50 seconds in. You can. There's so many textures and obviously Baekhyun. But it's as if you could actually depict who's singing.
It is true. I was gonna say we were commenting about it, how I love how they mixed the vocals for this track. They really sit on top of everything else, which is weird because it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, but they're just really, really bright. They're very vibrant. Yeah, but they're very vibrant, right? They sit on top of the track. And there is this pre-chorus on the second verse, after the second verse, that is Dio
And Lay. Yeah.
Oh my god, what a combination. Their vocals together, that harmony work they were doing right towards the end of that phrase, freaking fantastic.
I think I've got it here. I think it's 1 minute 30 on.
Oh, it's so good. I really want Dio to release music like this.
See,
The harmony work is
that
mad.
Lay there?
Yeah, it's Lay and Dio, and the ad libs right towards the end.
So
okay, no, but wait before you get to the ending.
Because I've got it here.
Yeah,
booked.
and by the way, the last chorus is Sehun singing.
Yeah, and Chanyeol.
And it's nuts. It's so good. They're so resonant. They're so vibrant. They're so full. And then you have runs and highlights from Baekhyun and Dio and Lay just doing bits that are just really bright, to really pop off. And then there's that outro.
Yeah, so before the outro, there is another moment, and I think this is the moment you're alluding to here, with riffs and runs, very intricate. Through the song, that song turns into like some sort of Taylor Swift anthem.
Yeah, it's like a pop
anthem,
yeah,
right?
100%.
And then it evolves into this, and it's one. You win.
Yeah, literally, and you don't feel cheated.
No.
Which is what I feel sometimes when cocktails and like songs change.
So you're trying to win me over here.
Yeah, you feel a little cheated, right? Like they're trying to play you, and as a music production, you feel like, oh, I don't know whether I like this part or if I like the whole song. But in this track, it doesn't feel like that. It actually felt like, that's it. It's natural progression of the things, and it works.
I think that the best probably analogy is like you're being seduced without knowing you're being seduced.
Yeah.
And that's the best type of seduction, when it's so seamless and natural that
you don't even think about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't even know you're playing the game.
That is so accurate.
When you realize there's the game, you realize there's rules and things to withhold, and
then you will start overthinking the process and the whole experience.
The more seamless experience, the better. Same with music. Then I think the last one, it's what is it? Just as usual.
Just as usual.
Which this is the best one because I think Chanyeol carries.
I agree.
But vocally,
Chanyeol and Lay carry this track 100%. Yes.
But obviously, there's plenty of moments here where you're like,
what the
thanks the Lord.
Yeah.
So I say, I wanted to showcase this.
Sorry. This is the singer-songwriter Chanyeol I wish we had more of.
Yeah, I want an album from him.
Yeah, but like singer-songwriter style, like that guitar dude that sang to your heart.
I think he's confident enough now to.
But I think that's the reason why I like this track, because it's really like a window for Chanyeol, the vocalist, the songwriter, and Lay. And my God, how much more can you ask the universe?
So, just listen to this, which is about a minute in the song. That's what makes EXO special.
And that is Dio and Baekhyun just popping off in those harmonies.
I think that's what makes EXO very, very special. But I just said about the track, it's like it seems as Sam or whoever was behind it, obviously Sam was also behind it, but the producers of this track kind of decided with this EP, let's make it a guaranteed
success.
Yeah, a guaranteed, play it safe, but not too safe that it's boring. But let's be safe enough and calculated enough so that every track welcomes everyone. Mm-hmm. It's enjoyable. It showcases what EXO is for new people coming in, but also it gives what people love EXO for.
Yeah.
And it's also pop forward enough so they can rank everywhere and it can win awards and all that stuff. So I think they went kind of like, they had a clear mind in their heads. I mean, people haven't had EXO in a year and a bit.
Having Lay back when you have lost so many other
we have so many members away.
Yeah.
So let's maybe go to what makes EXO special, which is lots of harmonies and nothing too experimental. Linear transitions, which is fine. Constant beats, linear progressions again, but a very positive, bouncy summer.
And the lyricism is very refreshing, really wholesome. It feels like it's letter to your fans. It's like, here, hold my hand, be with me, and that's, I mean, it's nice.
And it has, this is the song that has the best rap transition of the whole album.
Yes.
I think the album, that's probably the only thing that maybe it struggled with at some point, because it was
So
pop,
vocal heavy.
R&B.
Yeah.
Where do you rap?
Yeah.
Right, where sometimes it didn't need it, and I think they make choices, correct choices, but then it might be a bit unfair on the rappers.
Yeah.
Right, like Sehun and Chanyeol. But
this one was the track,
this is the
though.
best transition.
I agree. I agree.
To the rap. Let's see if I've got this here, and I think maybe this is the part where it goes into showing Chanyeol absolutely murdering singing.
Oh, I just love it.
Seamless.
It was
that was seamless.
It was right. It felt right. It alluded really nicely to the track itself. It was aiding this song. No, it didn't feel like, and here's the rap section. No, it felt like this is this song and the vocals were part of it. You know, it's like, and that's really cool. I think it obviously alludes to the beat production itself, and but it's great. It's that Zico-ish type, like commercial rap feel, right?
I didn't know Zico was under. Well, he's not under, but Hype owns. His label.
His label, yeah.
That's crazy. And fucking Hype owns everything, bro.
Right now they do.
Holy shit.
Right now they got the tentacles everywhere.
And SM, it seems to own. Every time I look at SM, the artist, so oh yeah, that's a good singer. Oh, that's another good singer.
SM seems to... SM.
Yeah, not own, but you know what I mean.
But like, they own you.
they seem to have signed.
Well, they do own my wallet.
But yeah, this album overall, I don't know if you have any other thoughts.
No, I think I was just gonna say that I'm glad that it's had the success and sales and pre-sales that is having,
so
because
it broke EXO records.
Yeah, it broke SM records. Yeah. So they had, like, I think it was like a million pre-sales before they dropped.
Before they dropped the video to notify.
Yeah, and then it was like they're murdering right now with this comeback, and I'm really glad, because the whole album is a full listening party. It's an experience and a half right off the bat, with the title track right to the last second of that of Just As Usual, which is, you know, it's hard to find albums like this, but I also think it's because of the amount of tracks in the mini album, in the EP. It's not more than 10, and that's a concentrate of a concept.
But it's not less than 3, so it doesn't
go too far. It's a great number of tracks, and it's a fantastic atmosphere. It's a great combination of cool mainstream pop with old school R&B with that 80s pop that is so trendy right now. Yeah,
I'd say overall it's a well-made album. Like, that's genuinely the best way to describe it.
This is a great gift. I feel like if you wanted to give somebody an album, like music,
that they'd enjoy.
This would be the feel-good album I would give somebody.
Yeah, it's certainly a well-made album. Moving on to another album which released this week as well.
Taste of Love by Twice.
By the attractive ladies of Twice. And this album actually was a good example as well to showcase a lot of them.
Like that album art.
Maybe you should just show it on the picture-in-picture, right?
Oh yeah, good point. I can just tell you
that. That you know, they are good singers. I think essentially the only thing with Twice is that they are pop.
Yeah.
Like essentially as pop as it gets. And maybe not all the time, like their B-side tracks. Sometimes they do great ballads. Sometimes they have some really good tracks that I enjoy listening to in my off time. Mm-hmm. But this Taste of Love album was like a straight up, let's make pop. And let's make hits. Let's make things that go trending. And again, that's no under their control. I don't know how much creative control they had here. But
I don't know either.
It was, I think the objective of the album was pretty clear in my listening experience. I'd love to hear your listening experience. But it was, let's make things worldwide
just
viral.
Summer freaking on steroids.
Yeah, it's like they woke up and they chose, let's go fucking number one in everything.
Literally. It's like
with
just look at the art. It really does feel like a summer track.
now, and that's very interesting because
Look at that.
because I must say that Alcohol Free is the most non-pop commercial comeback I've ever heard.
That's right. It's very bossa. It's very bossa nova. It's actually the whole track is bossa.
It's bossa nova. It never changed, which I'm really happy they did that.
That's right. They did have pop elements to the track, but it was mainly bossa, which is very Latin influenced.
Right, I understand. I didn't put Alcohol Free into the experience when we were listening to it. That's why all the other tracks are so
pop
mainstream
heavy.
pop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the commercial one, which is the one that people are gonna go then to download the album, it's such a different experience.
It's a completely
apart from the fact that it's the same aesthetic of summer and good vibes.
Okay, so in the track list, we have right to begin with. Also, great number of songs. 6 songs. You cannot get tired in 6 songs. Actually, you want to replay the whole album with 6 songs. And it like I said, it's a concentrate. It's a great amount of numbers of songs. But yeah, you have Alcohol Free, and then you go straight into the first time.
Yep. And this is the best way to summarize that.
So let me tell ya, I don't know about you, but I get butterflies.
Such a great freaking chorus.
Bumpy.
No, but
dance.
melody wise in the chorus is so nice. It's so freaking catchy. I don't know how sustainable and actually stable can they replicate this sound
with the choreos and stuff
on a live setting, because it's very falsetto. It's very breathy, and it's one of those tracks that, wow, it requires a lot of stillness from a live performance, and you know right off the bat that that's not what you're gonna get from Twice, because it's a whole visual experience, right? Twice is the whole package, and even though actually they've proved me wrong so many times when it comes to live vocals.
They're good singers.
They're very good singers.
And I think I say that often because it's
kind of it's not underrated, but like it kind of goes over your head because they're such a visual experience.
No, it's because I don't think that's even the case. I think it's because of the genre they sing most of the time.
You think so?
Because it's pop. How the hell can you showcase how good of a singer you are singing pop all the time?
But I have to be honest, in this album, Jihyo,
she snapped a few times,
and Sana, their vocals were like crazy good.
Yeah, those, I think,
very solid.
I think those were the 3 ladies I mentioned to you that I was like, they're really dangerous. Like, I wish sometimes maybe there was some environments, perhaps you should let us know if they have done this before, where they let them sit down and sort of maybe do an acoustic setup or a ballad setup.
Or solo comebacks, because I would love to see them and in their own version of themselves. Or the label's version of themselves.
So I said it's obvious that they're going for sort of I feel a worldwide pop summer sound.
Yeah. That chorus is fantastic.
But the harmony work and arranging everything, it's good. And again, I'm not a fan of pop, but this shit, I was dancing while listening to it because it sounds like this.
Ooh!
The harmony works right. So it's good harmony.
That's Jihyo doing like bits for you, vocally speaking, right?
Which are oddly, to some extent, remember a bit of Marrow, like
they do
jazzy to some far extent.
But that's what crazy, because every time I listen to Twice, somebody new pops into my head, right? Definitely. Like I think each comeback highlights different members for different reasons.
Right.
But in this comeback, Jihyo really won me over.
Popped
like vocally speaking, that velvetiness, jazzy type of edge that she's got vocally speaking really freaking showed off.
Should be awesome maybe if you try something like that. Maybe try a bit bossa, a bit of jazz.
Something jazzy. Yeah, I mean, not as commercial as this, but absolutely.
That's the thing, right? It's tough sometimes because do you want to make lots of sales or maybe do you want to showcase
And
a new
worldwide popularity, yeah.
And especially when the productions of this are so expensive and there's so much anticipation and work and pressure.
But I want to also highlight in the album as a whole, the attention to detail in the beat production. The beats are freaking unmatched.
Yeah.
The quality is ridiculous. It's like something you've never heard before.
JYP sound is really like that label overall. Their sound quality is brilliant.
I honestly, I don't think, even though I don't know how to explain it, but like the influences might be very Western, if you want to think about it that way, like very trendy electro pop.
I think also because they're becoming so popular worldwide.
But the sound production, the music production and quality of the product itself, that is the whole album, it's a level that is not
good
on the charts, and it's dangerous.
Yeah. I really think they're gonna make a lot of noise with some of these songs. I see it on TikTok. I see it happening on TikTok. I see it happening.
The virality potential is crazy.
I see some of these songs ranking, and we'll go more ahead. Like for example, Scandal is a good example of that. I see that song doing challenges and all that stuff. I'm not. Don't trust me for trends on TikTok because I don't watch TikTok. But if I was gonna choose one, that'd probably be one. I just wanted to say like that. Also, there were some good changes in that song first time, kind of like similar to how Ariana Grande used to do changes of really really pop and then it would go
like
drop
trappish.
Exactly. So very good. Then it goes on to actually. I was just going to say, due to the harmonies and stuff like that, this is a great way to show Twice's vocal pedigree in a really good, positive manner that doesn't show like, oh, I'm proving to you that we can sing.
Like, oh, here's a belt and a run. No.
Here's a beautifully placed harmony with jazz accents.
Yeah.
Fuck, you win.
Literally, less is more, bro. Less is more.
So then the next song is Scandal. Very Michael Jackson-esque, I have to say. That fucking beat. Listen to this. Just it was so.
It's electropop. We're going.
I mean,
it's freaking fire.
It's so MJ. It's awesome.
And that was my point with the pedigree of musical production. Their level of music production is just like, what? They're literally on a league of their own. It's really, really well done.
Yeah. So it now seems the album kind of evolves to more. Actually, I thought it went beyond electropop and it went disco.
Good
at one point, right?
Well, JYP, you got that influence in there.
This was what I said. Very MJ, no surprise given the fact that it's JYP. So we've evolved to disco, electro dance.
It's true. It's true. But it's unstoppable. Once it starts, you're in it. You cannot get out of it.
And what does he say? Our love is a scandal. No, you're
way too hot to handle.
Yes, like you're a scandal. You're way too hot to handle.
The lyrics, the chorus in that song is freaking phenomenal, and I love that it's like chopped up English, because then it's like anyone, literally anyone, would be singing like way too hot to handle. Love is like scandal. I mean, like, I'm in. You know,
So
it's freaking cool.
It's fun.
Clever,
and I think that's also
musicality.
Very important with Twice, because I think given the fact that a lot of their popularity came from very popular dances and sometimes fun, light-hearted songs like that Halloween one we watched.
Yes.
Do you remember that one where it's like a kid opens a door?
That was Red Velvet, bro.
No, it was Twice. They were, one of them is dressed like a little fox.
Oh yeah, good point. Yes, I gotcha. I don't know what the song is.
This was their most popular video.
Oh yes.
You know, so given the fact that I forgot.
I'm gonna search it up.
That they have lots of light-hearted, fun image. I think it's also very important for them, because if you create a fandom based on that, you have to kind of.
Oh yeah, TT.
That's it, TT, right?
Yes.
So
586 million views, and that video, that choreo, that chorus part got replayed and redone in so many different ways. Everybody was doing the TT dance, and
it's fun. So it's important for Twice, I think. Certainly, I think like this track may not be for the people that enjoy the previous track for its intricacies, but it's certainly the track that could become the most popular for wider masses of light-hearted music listeners.
Yeah.
Which is essentially where the fat market is.
I actually think this is a perfect album for getting stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you are having a crappy day and you're stuck in traffic, play this album. Your day
Let
will
loose.
turn 10 times better because it's that really lighthearted, fun music. It ignites dance. It ignites good feel good vibes.
Yeah.
It's cool. And
So-
then there's Conversation.
Yep. Converse. Where is it? Oh, here. So we maintain the bubbly studio feel. Again, the only thing I worry I have is I'd love to see how they're gonna do this live, because when they go to do the showcases, which I'm sure we're going to get in the next few weeks, if they are gonna do them, it's gonna be more about the image. It's gonna be more about the aesthetic of the showcase.
I think we're gonna see a lot more of the title track and less of the
B-sides.
the content of the album itself, unless we get to see them on maybe an online concert where we perhaps can see the full content of the album.
That I'd pay for. I'd really like to watch that because I'm really
like
interested.
how ITZY did it. Like they had a showcase where they
They had
performed.
they had
Before
a concert.
Yeah. Not a concert. It was like a showcase where they with their latest JYP made that like a dance concept thing for each track of the album.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know if they will do something similar with Twice. I doubt it. I think they will go more mainstream. TV type of like promotion rather than online. But who knows?
So I said.
Conversation.
Conversation. So even though there are some sort of what would you call it? Because it's pop. There's popular music. The lack of intricacies again. I think it still shows mastery of the craft and it, like the lack of musical intricacies and sort of like what would you call it, showcase of mastery of music. It's absolutely trumped in my opinion by their like incredible production and virality value. Like it's obviously
That
heavily
replayability-
produced sound.
Yeah, that replayability value.
But it's like it's high quality pop. You know, so if you like pop, that's a good product. Like that's for you, dude. You're gonna love that. And as a matter of fact, it's so high that it has this sort of same effect that I think EXO has, which is like, fuck, I don't like pop that's on the chart, but why do I like this?
That's right.
You know-
And those are the songs that you find yourself singing along to, and you don't even know that you're singing along to them.
But I also think Korea does this exceptionally well
Yeah.
because they're so focused on production, and this is the argument, right? Maybe it's too perfect, right? Maybe it's not human enough because some of the intricacies are actually mistakes. Sometimes that's actually jazz, bunch of fucking mistakes. You know, it's essentially so.
Jazz is an accident.
Well, yeah, because accidents create tension.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
so to some extent, you're not wrong. But
And I love it. That's a beautiful accident.
it's good quality pop. Like they really, it's decent pop. I was listening to it, I was just quiet, just making notes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, if that was their objective, they've done it.
Well, it's very obvious that was it. So I think.
I'd love to. I would be so interested in having a chat with JYP.
No, I would love to know. I would love to talk with the producers of this album.
Is he not the? Oh, he doesn't produce, right?
No.
Just like the head.
Well, he did get involved with ITZY's latest comeback and Mafia. I think he was involved in the whole production and choosing of the tracks.
I wish they would have gone a different way with Mafia.
So did I. I had very conflicting thoughts about that title track, even though the album was pretty good.
Not bad.
That was
Not
a
bad album.
really freaking solid album. But yeah, I had
Just
a bit.
given the rest of the album, I wish they could have gone with a different song.
No, I liked the song. I think it had questionable changes throughout it.
It had the thing, and I think a lot of you guys, we discussed it after the comeback. It was like, it had the problem that I think.
That cocktail idea.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. And the song was good, obviously, it was successful.
But
everything.
it's personal opinion. Like, it's personal opinion.
I love ITZY, dude.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Then it's Baby Blue Love, which is I have to be honest, this is my least favorite track on the album, even though I like the whole body. I like the whole album as a whole, and if I was playing the whole album, I wouldn't skip the song.
Right.
I wouldn't skip because it fits really well.
Another good aligned EP actually.
Yeah, fantastic. Honestly, it's just it's a great EP.
You know what's funny about Baby Blue? I feel like also this is one of the other songs that I feel it kind of went for that let's go all out on popularity. Maybe
Yeah.
virality, these kind of TikTok challenges. To some extent, even had some sort of Japanese
Influence a bit in
influence
the
sound.
Yeah,
I know they're very popular in Japan as well, so maybe there could be a little nod to their fandom in Japan.
definitely.
But
It wasn't my favorite, but I obviously see the appeal, and like I said, I wouldn't skip it either.
I actually
because
liked the instrumental and music break.
Oh,
I think that was the best part of that song. Let me see if I can. I'm serious. It was so awesome. You're like, what the fuck?
Baby Blue, the next
It's
one.
like it's pop, alright, F-rap, but it's still a bop. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, nice.
Aha! And this is funny. So listen to that. Yeah, listen. So it goes from the instrumental. I love this bit. And now the evolution of the track here, it's quite funny, is garage. Who the fuck would have thought? This is London garage here, you see. What the fuck? That's so crazy to me.
And it's early 2000s London garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want two to the B to the 4 to the 5 to the 2.
No, but that's like hardcore. I love the one
jungle.
that's chill. Yeah, no, the chill one, you know,
Yeah.
the chill
But
garage.
that is crazy to me.
That is a crazy progression.
Again,
but it works. It really, really freaking
Sure.
works. I like it. It gives that chilled, like relaxed type of like environment. It takes the pressure off the bass. You know.
But I even laughed when I read the thing. Haha, they go to be a garage there for a second. But anyways, they go. I love to hear your opinions on that one.
Yes.
Then the last one is SOS.
My favorite track of the whole thing.
Which I think is very similar to the other tracks. It's good to ensure value and perhaps a good results too in terms of sales and popularity. And to have a product similar to the rest, but a refreshing change and an apparent change with different sounds, but the exact same auditory content.
Yes, can I just say that is the best chorus of the whole album.
Fuck.
Play that chorus. I was hooked right off the bat. Love that.
The chorus.
I like it like that.
It's good. Like
It's
that's,
like Kylie Minogue a little bit, like Madonna-ish
Oh, right,
a little
right.
bit, and it really like it's just hot. It's hot, cool 2004 pop that I grew up with, and
Yes.
I am about it.
so that's what I mean. It's like it's similar to the other tracks in terms of its pop value and high quality,
but
it,
he has like a retro edge to
aha,
it.
but it's apparent enough the change in sound that it still maintains you hooked, but it has the exact same auditory alignment
Yeah.
with the other content. So overall, if you like pop, this is a good album. It's
I
a
mean,
great album.
You can play this with Ariana Grande and Dua Lipa's actually, and even Miley Cyrus's latest latest albums
Yeah.
staggered around, and this is such a freaking party playlist. Can I just also say, in this track SOS, the freaking details of the synthy, spacey like bell sounds and it's just little details that really spark. Oh, I freaking love it because it's literally 2000s pop that you grew up
Pinnacle. Pinnacle.
that I grew up listening to is like 4 Minutes by Madonna and like Kylie Minogue singing. It's just freaking fantastic.
That's what I mean. I think they really went all out here, and let's try and make something happen. Let's stir the pot with these songs, and
I feel it's like a good mixture of the greatest hits in pop history,
oh wow,
like aligned in different songs. It literally.
fuck! I think you might be right. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
Michael
MJ, right?
Jackson. You have like Britney-ish ideas. You have Dua Lipa, like really trendy, like Ariana Grande type of sounds. You have disco-ish. It's very 70s, but it's also very trendy. And then you have
80s,
like,
very 80s.
yeah, and then you have this like early 2000s pop to finish the whole.
God, I want to speak to whoever made this, or maybe if they've spoken
I think
about
they're
it.
different. What I read the other day is that they are different beat producers, and JYP, or like the manager of
Twice.
Twice, chooses the tracks from different producers, and then they say, okay, they compile the stuff, and I think the people that compile the tracks and the ideas is the actual genius here, not so much the producers, because by the way, freaking amazing, hats off, what talent, but it's how they put the whole concept together, packed it up, and put the cherry on top with Alcohol Free as your title track. It's
I
nuts.
think you might be right, mate.
It's nuts. The
never thought
marketing
of that.
team is absolutely on crack.
Yeah, well, it's no secret. I mean, that Twice is one of the most successful groups from Korea.
Mic drop. I mean, they literally just dropped the mic.
And I think actually things are just gonna get better for them, and they're just getting good as well. So they're a very interesting set of ladies. Just like I find EXO, and lately we were just talking about BTS lately. I mean, they're obviously another anomaly.
But they're all so distinct in their own way. Like they
Oh,
all have their own,
certainly.
like, wow.
That's the thing, right? It's like
That's why it's so refreshing to listen to K-pop. I feel.
because they all fit under that thing, K-pop, right?
But they're so
But
different
what
to each other.
it's not even the same genre to some
Literally.
extent. BTS is essentially a rap group. They're a hip hop group,
That
essentially.
make bops.
That makes pop now.
Yeah.
But they started as a hip hop group and they've remained a hip hop group, which I love their loyalty to the genre. I really do, because I it would be such a waste to have three of the best rappers in the world right now not rap often and not show these people
The
like me
lyrical pedigree.
and the levels of what it's like to rap well live and things like so. Then you have EXO, which I think to me are the pinnacle of both live vocals, acoustic showcases, good high level commercial R&B as a group.
and amazing
When I've even seen that.
pop.
Yeah, and good pop, right? Like obviously I think they're probably more pop forward than anyone.
Yeah.
And then you have someone like Twice, who is virtually the embodiment of what I think.
Girly pop strawberry lifestyle.
No, what you think? What would be a successful pop idea? And then it's like
Twice.
fuck. You need a good pedigree of singers. You need a good pedigree of dancers. You need world class dancers in there. You have
need
individuals like
amazing
Momo.
looks.
Then you have good vocalists like that can sing at no cost. Jiho.
Nayeon,
Sana, right?
Freaking fantastic.
So it's a complex formula to create because I don't know if it's that complex actually because the pool of talent in Korea is really deep. You know what I mean? Like really
Only
deep.
on the label, just by the trainees. You already know.
Deep as hell. And then look at all the people auditioning and stuff. So mad. You know what I love? I love a reality show, or like what would you call it? Survival show of not trainees, but the audition process.
I think there is some footage of that somewhere.
Nice. Well, let us know. I'd love to see that. Like how to even be a trainee.
Yeah, how to audition to be a trainee.
A trainee, yeah. Because there's a lot of content for the trainees. But I mean, look at like.
Well, you say that, but there's also it's very narrow.
No, I know, but like you get that
You get
show
special.
youth. Was it Youth with You?
Oh, but that's
To some extent, the trainees, right?
Yeah, they're trainees, but are they from? I don't know how that works because that's Chinese training system. That's not actually.
And why they bring? I mean, well, Lisa's Thai
Well, but you bring the
J-Hope.
most iconic.
for the show.
Yeah, the most iconic mentors that are killing the industry in the whole of the world, not only Asia.
And those groups don't usually even leave China.
Exactly, they become C-pop,
Right.
right? So and then you become popular in China, you become like literally royalty. You don't need to
It was
leave
hard as
China.
hell too, so you deserve it.
Yeah.
That's why it's very
crazy.
impressive what people like Lay are doing and people like Jackson Wang, like JJ Ling, who's from Singapore but became very popular in China and is apparently very famous as well in Korea.
Wow.
So he
Literally
owns
slapped me in
Asia,
the
to be
face.
honest.
Yeah,
like if you
yeah.
see some of his concerts, what the fuck?
his whole visual concept.
No, I do recommend you watching if you haven't seen it. The Singapore special we just done this week. People like Jayda are in there. He's collaborated with Jackson One. I'm sure some of you are very familiar with him. And yeah, so just find out new music with us. And if you don't, then enjoy the music that you may already know with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I think next week we won't be around on the weekend. There'll still be videos out and everything like that because it's my birthday week. So, so yeah, so we will see you throughout the week. We will be reading messages and comments and stuff like that. So still, feel free to share your thoughts. And yeah, so far so good.
Oh, this was such a great idea to review these albums. I absolutely.
Now on to the weekend. Let's go. See you later. Peace.
Bye bye, people. Stay fresh.
Oh my god! Fucking finally, blood.
I'm not done.
What do you mean?